Hi, everybody. I'm here to report on University of Montana, Missoula. I went and did a counselor summer tour there and was super surprised at how amazing it is. It is a more of a smaller campus for a state school, so you do have a lot of opportunity in terms of that one-on-one, professors that are actually teaching the courses, and they have a lot of really strong programs and a very opening, diverse community. So some of the things that I wanted to make sure to share is that they have a Davidson Honors College. There's about 700 students across all disciplines that are a part of that, and it's a really great opportunity to go a little bit deeper. And then they also have a global leadership program that 150 students are a part of, and you can actually do both of those programs simultaneously, which is kind of cool. They support you in being able to do that. And the global leadership program is something that you are really going and solving big world problems. And so starting in freshman year through senior year, each year you have a theme in terms of what you're working on and getting that experiential and working with professors in terms of the project and making change, which is really awesome. They also said student government is very effective in working with administration and making positive change on campus in order to just overall improve the community, right? So they really are there in terms of listening and making sure that everybody is included. And they have lots of scholarship opportunities. So for those of us that are part of the WUI states, that is one of the biggest scholarship that we can get. And it essentially makes it so that it is super affordable. Tuition and room and board at this point, it makes it about $22,000 a year if you're from a WUI state. But even if you're not, they do have scholarships based on the strength of a student's GPA for those that are just out of state. And those range from $8,000 to $17,000. So yet again, super giving in regards to scholarships. They do also have marching band scholarships, so if your student is interested in that sort of a thing. And then there's also, like, quirky, I didn't even know this was a deal, esports is a varsity sport there, and there are lots of scholarships available for students that are a part of that organization. But program-wise, they have one of the top wildlife biology programs in the country because of their location. Essentially, everything is a lab, and they have lots of scholarships as well available for those students in doing research and a whole bunch of other really great things. And business is they've reinvented some programs based on the partnerships that they have with community. So they actually redid MIS, which is definitely not my field, but it is something that I thought was really interesting on their creating it as more of a technology meets business in terms of a program. So how can you use technology to solve, yet again, real world problems? And so one of the companies that they partner with is called ATG out of Missoula. And so students actually get recruited out of there for that MIS program, making $65,000 to start. And then they said at 4 years, they make over $200,000. So in Missoula, right, that's really significant. But they also have a really strong education program where you are working in terms of labs and hands-on. They have a daycare on site that students get to go and get to see how curriculum is put in place and all of that. So they are good in terms of getting students licensed, and then also making sure to support you in terms of what state you're going back to and getting your licensure. So overall, that is a really solid program as well. And the biology program is so they have wildlife biology, but then there's also like the hard sciences, and so the real biology and that sort of stuff that they are doing, study in terms of bugs and other quirky stuff. We actually got to see and chit chat with one of the professors, and he said that, we are the kinds of research that we do and what students get to do, like going off to Egypt and discovering all of these different things and doing research on these aspects of projects that they're the ones, the students are the ones that are actually getting the experience experience, which is really cool. And the professors are there to support them in getting that research done. So they said that they're one of the top against the Ivy Leagues in regards to the kinds of professors that they have because of the way that they work and get stuff done, which is really cool. But across there's even more in terms of programs there that are really super awesome. But I did want to also touch on kind of a unique feature of Missoula is that they have a 2-year college there that is actually kind of married with the 4-year school. So you get to be a part of the housing, the sports, the culture, all of that. It's literally it's super close to campus, and you're part of the whole University of Montana culture of things, but they support in terms of their 2-year programs, which is going to be stuff like their nursing program. So you do 1 year of prerequisites, and then you do a 2-year bachelor's of science in nursing, or 2-year registered nurse. But if you want to get a bachelor's degree, you can do it online through the 4-year school, so that you're focused on nursing. And if you want to come out with a bachelor's degree, that's your choice to be able to do so. And then they have a job placement of 100%. But they also have some really cool programs based on yet again, kind of more that hands-on side of things. So they have heavy equipment training. They've got a whole bunch of sites with doing welding and that kind of stuff, so that you can get out and get jobs and focus more on like that tech side of things, that if that's something that we're interested in, and being able to get out and recruited and have jobs within a shorter period of time for those kinds of skills, but yet still be a part of a 4-year college experience. So overall, University of Montana Missoula, I think, is a really strong school on a lot of different fronts. They have great music programs, great art programs, just everything overall. It's a state school with a private school feel, and super affordable as well for students and families. So definitely one to take a look at and go check out University of Montana Missoula.